Oh, look at this picture of Tuwanda and Oprah, her favorite person that she's ever met. Tuwanda, that smile says it all right there.
Because I felt like overwhelmed.
Sure.
And she was so nice, and she was everything I had hoped she would be.
Isn't that the best?
She said, "Come on up here, girl," in true Oprah style.
Yes.
And let's get a picture. And so that's, you see me when she grabbed me and hugged me real tight, and that was just me being overjoyed.
That was neat.
She has quite a story of being here. I mean, from Chris Clark hiring her, and then they anchored together, is my understanding. And he was the news director, and of course the anchor here for so very long. And man,
And
it's so
I
cool. It's
watched
such a cool
her.
part of our history.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. I was going to be a teacher until my junior year, and Oprah Winfrey came on the news as the weekend anchor with Harry Chapman. And my speech coach, my speech and debate coach, just planted that seed. She said, you know, one day I think you could be the next Oprah Winfrey.
Wow.
And from that point on, I started thinking, well, maybe I could be the next Oprah Winfrey. And so I changed my mind and decided I wanted to be a reporter, a journalist. And in my yearbook, many of my friends and my classmates wrote, "To the next Oprah Winfrey."
Oh.
So that I'm no Oprah Winfrey by any means, but she was my inspiration. So that picture means the world to me.
I bet so. Who was the first person you called after that?
I think my mom.
Oh, I'm sure you called your mom.
My mom, because my mom, you know, loved. My family just loved Channel 5 growing up. Like many have said, Bob Lobertini and Chris Clark and all those folks were who we grew up watching. And so when I called Mom to tell her, she was so excited. And a former intern is who took that picture. And he had them blown, he worked at Kinko's, and he had them blown up onto poster board for all 7 of my siblings.
Oh, you're
I have
kidding.
6
Yes.
siblings and my parents.
Who was that?
Kenny Griffin.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, what a
That
sweetheart.
was so sweet.
I know.
That is so sweet. Okay, we're going to go back to the lines. We have Judy waiting ever so patiently. Judy, thank you. Go ahead.
Hi, Judy.
Okay, I have a question for Meryl.
Okay.
And I just want to say that I watch you all now that I'm retired every day. I love Channel 5. I love all of the anchors that they have. Every one of them. I love them all. And I remember back when Talk of the Town first came on the air, and Debbie Allen was the host of that. And I think that was Meryl's sister. I'm
No.
not sure, but I think that's how that was. And I'm just wondering what happened to her, because she was always so bubbly and full of energy, and I just loved her. And I just wondered what happened to her.
She was very beloved in this market, that's for sure. We were not sisters, although she would have been a great one if I'd ever had a sister, for sure. Debbie decided after having 3 kids that she wanted to be a stay-at-home mom. And so that's what she did. She went home to raise those 3 handsome boys. And I think she's had a wonderful life since then. I know she's done some radio work. She's done some other TV work. I think she's also worked as a volunteer coordinator for a hospice organization, I think is what I heard. We've not been in touch, and I feel bad. I'd love to talk to her and see how she's doing.
Yeah, me too.
Have you all ever considered stepping away at a time in your life saying, okay, I think I've done enough? Or has this been, this is what I want to do until I can't do it anymore?
No, I've never.
Yeah, it's for me. It's just, this is what I want to do until I can't do it anymore. I think we have a wonderful job
Yeah.
working with family. And you know, it's like you're going to work, but you're going to work with family.
Yeah.
Because I've grown up here, everybody feels like family genuinely. It's the only thing I've ever wanted to do.
Yeah, no, I can't imagine. You know, someday I'll have to retire. You know, at some point. You know, I'm blessed to still be here. I never expected to still be in TV at my age, because when I started and there were fewer women in broadcasting, you know, it was kind of like by the time you're about 30, they start looking for a younger model.
This is true.
But fortunately, I think managers who are smart see that there's a large segment of the population that looks like me,
Right.
you know, and wants to see people still on TV that look like them, and also fabulous people like you.
Well, thank you.
Who are considerably younger.
Well, we have managers who do see that, and there are other shops that don't. So we are very lucky in that respect.
Yes.
For sure.
Because it is something I know that all of us think about as women. Being in TV, we think, oh, how long is this going to last? You know? All right, let's get to George. Hi, George. George, go ahead. You're on the line.
Oh, good. Listen, I'm enjoying your show.
Thank you.
I had the pleasure of meeting both of your guests that you have on the show right now. The first lady to your immediate left.
Yes.
I don't remember
Meryl.
her name, but
Meryl.
I'm Meryl.
Pardon?
It's Meryl.
Okay, good. Well, Miss Meryl, I remember seeing you, bless your heart. I know you don't remember me, but it was a Habitat for Humanity's business center.
Okay. Yeah. I'm not sure how many years ago that was, but I hope I was nice to you.
Georgia, I think for somehow we got cut off. So if you can call back in, we'll take your call again. But maybe another line came through on his phone. But we do get to meet so many wonderful people.
We do.
And it's refreshing because really we talk to glass all day.
Yeah.
And we appreciate the people on the other side of that glass at home. And it's nice to get out and shake hands and get to
Yeah.
know people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm always tickled when people do acknowledge that they watch me and they watch Talk of the Town because the alternative is that they're not watching,
And that's not good for any of us.
We do want them to watch.
Yeah, for sure. And it's fun to get to see people face to face.
Yes. Oh,
You know, I don't mind ever if somebody stops me in a restaurant or a grocery store or
Right.
whatever. Now, the ones that come up and give me a big bear hug before I'm ready for it,
It's like, whoa.
that's a little disconcerting for a second. But then once I figure out, you know, who they are and we
Right.
chat for a little bit, I mean, it's a blessing. It really is.
really
Yeah.
is.
I always tell people there are a lot of professions that never get to hear of the people that they've impacted or, you know, get to hear thank you or I appreciate what you do or I enjoy what you do. So have at it. I'm all
Yeah.
ears.
Exactly.
I don't mind it. Okay, I want to know about your secret indulgences, whether it's food or TV shows that you watch that you don't want to really admit to.
I know yours.
The trashy TV.
Ding, ding, ding.
Okay, Tuwanda,
No.
give it up. What is it?
I am a housewives. I do tend to watch a few of the housewives shows from time to time. You know, some of them, not all of them, but I do tend to watch some of them.
Okay.
But then my favorite food that is like a treat for me, I have two of them: ice cream and Crunch and Munch.
Oh.
Tuwanda and I have the same taste. I think we really are sisters. Because Crunch and Munch is the thing that I love to snack on too and try to resist it at all costs because the whole box
Right.
can go away.
real
Exactly.
quick.
But yeah, I don't know. I can't think of too many guilty pleasures because I just kind of, at this stage in life, just say, you know,
It's
everything
okay.
in moderation, but it's
Right.
okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you have any shows that you love to watch that, you know, it's your weekly show?
I get hooked on things from time to time. I mean, I'm a terrible Netflix binger.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, we I guess 24 was probably the first show that we ever watched that we just couldn't stop watching.
Yes.
And we'd watch 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 episodes that were, you know, because it's
Yeah.
suspense and you want to see what's going to happen and all that. Yeah. So I can sit in front of a TV for way too long.
What's the last show you binged watched?
We are actually in the middle of, what's the name of the show? Oh, I can't remember.
Okay, we'll give you some time.
Yeah.
It must not be that good.
Yeah, no, right? Now, one I love is The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel.
I haven't even heard that
Oh
one.
my goodness, it's won all kinds of Emmy Awards.
Yes, it
It's
has.
a comedy show and about a female comedian in the 50s.
Oh, neat.
And it's fascinating.
I'm kind of in the Disney Junior realm right now.
Of course you are.
Yeah.
If you want to know about Paw Patrol, I've got you covered.
I love watching old black and white movies.
Do you?
I'm such a stuck in the time of when my dad and I used to watch them as a child. So I love any old black and white movies. I still like watching shows like Gunsmoke and those old westerns and things like that. Or if I ever go past one, that's not going to happen. I'm usually going to stop if I'm flicking through.
Or Pretty in Pink.
Oh,
Pretty in Pink. It's my favorite movie, and Rudy. I have those two. I love the
those are
underdog
so
movies.
good. So good.
And any movie musical, I'm there.
You're there.
And I'm
You're
singing
all
at the
for
top
it.
of my lungs. Yeah.
How would your teachers describe you back in school?
Talkative.
Really? Well, it paid off.
Yeah, although I think both of us might say, you probably would say this too, I'm actually kind of an extroverted introvert. You know, you can be outgoing
Yes.
on the air.
Yes, the same way.
And in your personal life, but you know, you need a little time for introspection.
Absolutely.
And things like that. So I probably wasn't as out there in high school as you know, people might see me as now. Although I was the drum major of the band. And
Well,
so,
that's a big
I was
extrovert role.
I was kind of right out there.
Yeah.
Did the musicals and
Up
things
on the
like
stand.
that. Yeah.
What about you, Tuwanda? How would teachers describe you?
Initially painfully shy. I was painfully shy as a little girl, but sweet. All my teachers just loved me. And the reason why I joined the speech and debate team was because I wanted to help me get beyond my shyness.
That's smart.
I figured if I could stand up in front of the room or at tournaments and speak in front of hundreds of people, that would help me. And I still am a shy person, and people find that hard to believe, but I really am. I work at not being shy, but I really am.
I understand that. I get intimidated in large crowds still. I'm like, let me just slink back here in the corner. Don't think I'm being rude, but this is a big deal for me. Yeah, but I get the extrovert, introvert.
Yeah, isn't it easier to tell somebody else's story?
Yes. Yes, it is. Yeah. It certainly is. What was your best subject in school? What did you love?
Probably science.
Oh.
I loved science. I can't necessarily say I was that great in it, but I really love learning about things and how things were created and how to make things out of nothing. So probably science.
All right,
I
Meryl?
hated math.
I hated math too. Yeah. I was really good at
All the same
English.
out there.
And all the musical things.
Yes.
Every choir and ensemble and band and stage band. I was the only girl in the stage band.
Really?
Which was pretty fun.
What did you play?
I played flute.
Flute.
Yeah.
Very good. Okay, we have to take another quick break. We're going to come back right after this with Meryll and Tuwanda.